What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joey Work from Run Pure Bets. I'm back. You know what that means, another week, and I got another fighter. This week we got Joe Body Bags Pyfer. What's going on, Joe?
What's going on? How are you?
Good, man. So, awesome. First off, I want to ask you, how are you recovering from that weird injury in a Contender Series? I know it was unpredictable. I'm pretty sure you dislocated your elbow. How are you recovering from that and whatnot?
Yeah, so the injury, I'm recovering well. The injury is one of the worst injuries that I can have to the elbow. Broke the bone in a couple spots on the radial head and tore a couple ligaments. So got the surgery, just went back to the doctor actually as of last week, figuring out if I needed a second surgery or not for all the scar tissue. Luckily, I don't. I'm actually doing really well in my recovery process. It's just obviously I can't extend it. So for anybody that can't see, it was pretty nasty.
Wow.
Unfortunate circumstances. I think more of a freak accident than anything. But I'm doing good. So still lifting, still staying in shape. And when I'm cleared to train, I'll be back to training and looking to, fight again in the UFC.
Awesome. All right. So what was it like, when you got that call to fight in the Contender Series? Like, tell me a little about what was going through your mind when you initially got that call.
Just like for all the people that don't know, I didn't just kind of come out of nowhere. I've been doing it since I was 4.5 years old, as far as jiu-jitsu and competing, in Nagas and grappling tournaments and whatnot. And then I picked up wrestling and then boxing too, at a young age. So it was an overwhelming, I don't want to say overwhelming. It wasn't really a shock, honestly. I was ready for it. Like I'm one of them people that I don't think I get too starstruck. I stay in the moment, you know what I mean? Because it's not just about getting the opportunity to fight for it. It's about seizing the moment too. And I think a lot of people get starstruck by thinking they've made it when they still have to earn it. So, despite what happened, I feel I was on my way to earning it very quickly and just kind of made a mistake with the way I posted out. And it wound up turning into a freak accident that I promised probably would never happen the rest of my fight career. So it is what it is. But I was cool with it. I expected it. I knew what we were doing. I knew that was my goal from the start, making noise, knocking people out, and being an exciting fighter. And I'm someone that I think people are interested in with the nickname and my fight style. So it was good. It was great, man. I can't say that. It's just nice to know that somebody with no skill but a crazy work ethic got an opportunity.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. So was it weird fighting in the smaller cage? Did that affect like the game plan at all?
Nah, man. Honestly, my coaches are always trying to stop me from fighting in like close quarters because I like to brawl. But nah. Honestly, and it was the first time I fought without a crowd in my young career, and I thought it was perfect. Like I loved it. I really enjoyed it.
All right. Well, speaking of your nickname, I asked a lot of the fighters that come on here about like how they originated their nickname. So tell me about how Body Bags came about.
I think it's a blend of everything. It originally started from me being younger and getting picked on and kind of messed with in the sense of where I always used to have like big bags under my eyes and look tired all the time. And I used to get made fun of for it. So then I wound up turning it into a PS4 name. And when I hit high school too, I started wrestling and I was really good at judo throws and I like slamming people. So one of the kids made like a reference from Karate Kid saying that I put a kid in a body bag because I wound up cracking his ribs from a judo throw, and it just kind of stuck with that. And I liked it, and I always used to think, because I was from Jersey, I was like, man, I don't want to do Jersey Joe Pyfer. I always knew I was going to fight, and I always wanted to fight. So it was like I always just thought about it, and it just one day I was like, man, Joe Body Bags Pyfer, and it fits my fight style because I try to explode your head. So I feel like it just kind of gradually, everybody saying it and then me thinking it and saying it and just made sense, especially when I fight.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So, So if it's all right with you, we'll get your thoughts on the five main card fights for tomorrow's UFC 256.
Yeah, awesome. I bet a lot. So.
Oh, look at that. That's perfect because most of our followers are sports bettors. All right. So the first fight is Junior Dos Santos versus Cyril Gane. JDS, he's a UFC great. He's been fighting the organization since 2008. He's fought a lot of the best fighters in the weight class. Unfortunately, he has been knocked out in his last 3 fights to Francis Ngannou, Curtis Blades, and Rosenstruck. So, those are names. Before that, he beat Derek Lewis, Tai Tuivasa, and Blagnog Igavov. It's hard to count JDS out, but I think his advantage here is probably trying to get it to the ground as fast as he can. This is a big step up in competition for Gane. He is 6-0 as a pro with 5 finishes. He's off his first ever decision, a victory in the UFC over Tanner Boser. Gane is a younger, fresher, probably faster fighter here. He could end it with one punch at any time. I expect him to try to probably keep it to standing up and try to bang it out here. What do you think about the first fight?
I think Gane's going to do it. I also think there's a question mark on his cardio, being as though he's only 6 fights in. That's my only concern. And now he's getting a bigger name, but at the same time, I don't think it's really going to matter because he's fighting a guy that's been KO'd 3 times. So he's going to know he has that opportunity. And I don't really think it's going to take too much to put JDS away. And I don't really see JDS. I mean, there's a couple of guys he probably should have grappled that he hasn't. And I think he's it's almost like an old guy that gets stuck in his ways. That's just, he's content to stand there and brawl and take that chance. So I think his career, he knows, is like, this is just my opinion, obviously, but I think Gane puts him away early. I think Gane puts him away in round 1.
All right.
So yeah, I'm going Gane.
Like it. All right. So second fight on the main card is Kevin Holland versus Jacare Souza. So Holland, the trailblazer, he's going for his 5th win this year, 4th in 5 months. He'll be only the 3rd person to ever win 5 fights in a year. He's finished Anthony Hernandez, Joaquin Buckley, late replacement Charlie Oliveira, and he won a decision over Darren Stewart all this year. He prefers to stand and bang. His takedown defense is a little questionable. As for Jacare, he's back off a year layoff, split decision loss to now the light heavyweight champion, John Blachowicz. He's another vet who's fought anyone in the UFC that they put in front of him. He is 41 years old. He has showed signs of slowing down. I expect him, again, to try and probably get this to the ground and submit Holland early because Holland has the advantage on the feet. He throws a lot of volume. What do you think about this one?
I think it's kind of like that Gaines fight, except I think their experience, like Kevin Holland has a lot of experience in kickboxing. Obviously, Jacare has experience in both, more pronounced as far as being a jiu-jitsu specialist. If anybody has the decorations to go out there and take him down and submit him, I mean, there's nobody better than Jacare to do it. But as later in his career, you've seen him favor wanting to stand and bang and try to knock people out. So I think if he tries to stay with Holland, I think Holland's volume is alone on the decision going to beat him. Let alone, I think, at 41 years old, not that it's all about age, but he's been punching that big head for quite some time now. So I think it really comes. I think that's a toss-up. I think that's a lot closer than people think because if Jacare gets him down, I don't see him making it out of round 1. I think he submits Kevin Holland, especially since Brendan Allen submitted Brendan Holland.
Yep. All right, I like that. So the next one is the girls, Mackenzie Dern versus Verna Janaroba. So Dern is 4-1 in the UFC. She's off back-to-back first-round sub-wins. She's a very skilled BJJ artist, an excellent grappler. Probably has the advantage on the feet because she does throw a lot of volume. As for Verna, she's 16-1 overall. Her only loss to Carla Esparza via decision. She's as well off 2 first-round sub-victories. She's a very skilled grappler as well. She's a high-level black belt. And she's even beat Amanda Nunez in 2 grappling matches. So this is going to be an interesting fight. What do you think about the ladies?
I actually don't think that Mackenzie Dern is that great. Like I think she's very good at jiu-jitsu, but I don't think she has the cardio. I don't think she has the cardio to fight and pull off decisions. I think she's someone that kind of blitzes out there and tries to get you down to the ground and get that finish and throws up so many submission attempts that I think she's going to kind of, I guess, in a sense, blow or load. So I actually think the other girl is going to beat Mackenzie Dern. And I just think she's going to be able to put up more volume than Mackenzie because I personally just don't see Mackenzie Dern having a high pace for three rounds. So
I like it. All right.
When I look at Mackenzie Dern, I don't see her as somebody that's going to be in the top 5 contention that'll ever get a title shot. She doesn't have the hands for it, in my opinion.
All right. Well, Verna is plus 160 dog there, so you heard it here first. I'm kind of with you on that. I know a lot of steam went to Mackenzie. She opened it like the line opened much closer than it is now, but that's probably a recency bias. Not many people know about Verna, and Mackenzie Dern's all over Instagram half naked, so people probably just bet it because of that. But
yeah, I think that was kind of like the same thing. I don't think she's as bad as paid Van Zandt, but I
No,
think it's
no.
kind of the same. I mean, she's got legitimate skills. I just don't see, you don't go from being a jiu-jitsu specialist, and I think Jacare is a testimony. He's probably the best guy that's gone from being a jiu-jitsu specialist out of many people that are predominantly just jiu-jitsu guys that have gone over into striking. They usually don't pick it up as well. You can see a wrestler go from being a wrestler to a striker, but you don't really see it too often with jiu-jitsu. I just think it's a different mentality.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so next one we got co-main, Tony Ferguson, Charles Oliveira. Tony gets back in there after taking a lot of damage in a TKO loss to Justin Gaethje. Before that, he was on a 12-fight win streak, wins over Cerrone, Anthony Pettis, Kevin Lee, Lando Venata, Edson Barbosa, just to name a few. He probably has a slight advantage in the striking. His defensive grappling might be in a little question here, as Charles has 19 wins via sub, the most in UFC history. He enters on a 7-fight win streak, all via finish. He's a guy who sets up his shots, relies more on accuracy of his punches than his knockout power. This can be an interesting fight, as these two are very high-level grapplers. But I'm pretty excited for this one. What do you think about the co-main?
So I think, as far as striking, I actually think that Oliveira is the more sound striker. I think he's better. I wouldn't say that he's better on the ground, even though he has more submission wins. I would say that I think it's kind of going to be like the Kamaru Usman Colby Covington fight, where they just kind of cancel it out, because that's what I think will happen. And Tony likes to stand and bang as much as he likes to grapple.
Yep.
And Oliveira wanted to stand and bang until Kevin Lee shot on his last shot. The difference is this is a top 5 contender fight. So I don't know I forget if it's 3 rounds or 5 rounds, but still, I don't think Oliveira's tank looked that good when he fought against Lee. He looked good, but then he got pretty tired. So I think Tony Ferguson is going to have the volume to beat him in a decision.
All right. Yep. Yeah. It's only 3 rounds, but yeah, I like it. All right. So we got the main event is Davison Figueredo versus Brandon Moreno. See, these are 2 of the best flyweights here. 2 dynamic guys, both great finishers. Quick turnaround for both of them, as they fought on the last pay-per-view, UFC 255, back on November 21st. This will be the fastest title defense in UFC history if Davison can pull off a win here. He's 21 overall, 9 knockouts, 8 subs. He enters his fight after choking out Alex Perez less than 2 minutes. He's on a 5-fight win streak. Moreno, he's back after beating Brendan Royval and winning 4 in a row. He's very versatile, impressive on his feet, always comes for a battle. He has a high fight IQ as well. So I kind of expect this fight to go longer than most people, and my rationale means that the longer it goes, the better chances Brandon has here. What do you think about the main event?
Yeah, I think that's a toss-up fight too. I think Davison Figueredo is going to be able to knock out Moreno. And the only reason I say that is because I think there's a distinct power difference between their punching, obviously. And I also picked Brendan Royval to beat Moreno, and that's another like freak accident. Like his shoulder dislocates, but he was doing very well on the ground. He had got up. Obviously, he had his back for a little bit just because he had that figure 4 on that leg. But I don't see Brendan Moreno being able to be somebody that is diverse. I don't know. I don't like his striking. I think he leads with his head, and I think if you lead with your head against a guy like Figueredo, I think he's going to get his shit clocked and he's going to get caught and put to sleep. Kind of like a Benavidez situation where he gets rocked and it gets put, like, maybe not knocked out cold, but gets submitted. That's how I think Figueredo inside 3 rounds finishes him.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent to that. I'm going to do a little more tape study tonight and finish that one out. But hey, man, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come answer some questions, hang out with us. Is there anything you'd like to shout out? Can you let our followers know where they can find you on social media?
Yeah, my Instagram handle is at bodybags_Pyfer. I don't post too much right now just because I'm just living my life and kind of enjoying just the process of getting back, but I'm still training and everything. This journey is it's not short and over. It's a long journey. So, shout out to everybody that's ever supported, watched my fights, believes. And when it's time for me to come back, you'll hear a lot more from me. But until then, I'm just laying low.
Hell yeah. Well, we really appreciate it. We'll definitely be rooting for you in the future. That's damn sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Appreciate your time, man. Have a good one.
See you guys.
How about that? I mean, what a class act that guy was. Class act, well-spoken, and he's a better. It doesn't get better than that, right? So shout out to everybody in the chat. I see Nate S, Gerardo Hernandez, Patrick Kelly, Dear Scalaire Ski, Aaron, Martin Riggs, my guy, Sauce Boss. You know, I see there's a question in here. Patrick asked if I'm sticking with the one play in the sheet or am I adding. I'm going to add. I'm going to do some more homework tonight, do some final tape study, do some more homework on basically probably all the fights. Other than the one that I put on the sheet, I'm going to do a little more homework on the rest of them. I'll probably have at least one more play, maybe two more plays on the sheet by tomorrow. I know Jay's going to fire. He hasn't fired yet. He's definitely going to fire. We will be live tomorrow for the UFC fights. Subscribers only. So make sure to hit that Discord. We'll post it in Discord. We'll post it on the spreadsheet. You know, don't forget, Sunday, we're free for everybody. Live betting Sunday night. I mean, we're up like 50 units in a little over 4 months. If you're not on the Run Pure Bets team, I don't know what you're doing. Like 50 units, everything is tracked. Like, where else are you finding a service that's fully tracking every single one of their bets? Not like the last week, not the last month, every one. Since inception, every single bet, and we're up 50 units. I know Twatty is like 40 for his last 50. Jay's got like ran 15 in a row. I'm like 8 for my last 10. JJ's killing everything. I mean, we're on fire right now. If you want to sign up, 25% off bets, 25 off, and you get 25% off your first month. I mean, do me a favor, hit the like button for me. I really appreciate that, and subscribe to the channel. Good luck with all your bets. Enjoy the fights. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Joey Work, I'm out. Peace.